Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. The revelations of the latest affidavits that Justice Muchelule bench is releasing, Justice Muchelule Tribunal is releasing to the public are very interesting. And I want us to just follow what exactly has been laid, so that you also help me answer some 4 critical questions on that. I agree with President Ruto that Kenyans deserve to know nothing but the truth. But that truth should not be prescribed before it even comes out. Of course, without fear of contradiction. The coincidence of one media house releasing Why Raila Lost and Cherera dossier is telling it all. And people have started to join the dots. Within 2 days, we've released Why Raila Lost. Following that, it's about Cherera. Kenyans want to know the truth. And that truth should not be sieved. It should not be filtered. That's my position. I don't know which kind of the truth you guys want to know. The tribunal's lead counsel, Peter Murage, has lined up IBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati, the other commissioners, 2 commissioners, Abdi Guliye and Boya Molo, to testify against the Cherera 4 alongside Marjan Hussain. Part of the team that have also been lined up is another set of witnesses known as protected witnesses. Of course, that's really in order. What is puzzling to me is the latest affidavit from the Yaya Apartments management, trying to detail for us what, according to me, is a dramatic trail on what happened after the press conference that Cherera and the team held in Serena Hotel. I have looked at it, and there is something that I think I want you to get so that you can also make a judgment. When you get to understand what is going on, you will also maybe help me get answers to some 4 critical questions on this aspect. According to affidavit from the Yaya Apartments management, is that Raila's personal aide Edwin Ongonga Ogwe had been a tenant there in the Yaya Hotel. But on 15th Monday, the day the results were announced by both 2 sets of commissioners, Cherera team and Wafula Chebukati, the Cherera and the team were checked in the hotel somewhere around 8 p.m. And what will then follow are a series of meetings, guests coming in and out, including Azimio operatives, Raphael Tuju, the Nick Salat, Kanu Secretary General, and a host of other leaders within the Azimio ranks, before they checked out on 19th August, that was Friday. And that affidavit is telling us about where Cherera and the team were after announcing the results. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I'm saying some of these things are not so much shocking. There is nothing new. In the public domain, the IBC commission was split right in the middle. While Cherera and the team were perceived and not even perceived. The truth is, there seems to be having a hot spot to Raila Odinga's wing. We must acknowledge that Wafula Chebukati and the other three lost their neutrality and were also seen to be supporting William Ruto. So we should not bury our heads in the sand and say that because the other four were supporting Raila, the three that remained there were neutral. So, pulling all this together, the baseline here is we had a commission that was divided, and the only thing that happened is one person had more powers than the other person. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen people dismissing because after that press briefing, no one knew the outcome, how things are going to turn. And of course, it's a very critical moment. I have seen some people dismissing the security question that whether they were supported by Azimio operatives or government operatives, but all the commissioners, both Chebukati and the others, their security was at stake. Let me tell you, do you know that after William Ruto was announced the winner, he was given a certificate as a president-elect and made a speech as a president-elect? At that time, Uhuru Kenyatta, who was actually seen as the face of deep state, did not have powers to fire, sack, or even do anything in government. Part of Uhuru's cabinet, led by Matiangis, could not do anything. They did not have the powers to execute anything. So, did you expect that after the commissioners made their press briefing in Cherera, not exactly, there was no feeling on how the country was, on how that was going to play out? Did you expect them to take their security for granted? Let's be honest. This is our country. We've had a privilege of being here for some time. We know ourselves better than anyone can describe us. Take it. Did you expect? And of course, there is no room, there is no problem. Commissioners meeting, you cannot jail someone because he met. If anything, it was after the results were announced. I don't want to be seen as taking another side, but if we are giving account of what happened after that press briefing, then don't you think that our attention or our intention is to create a public narrative even before that session starts? And it's supposed to gratify our minds that the Cherera 4 were linked to Azimio. And why I'm saying it's not shocking, because we all know Cherera's press conference was in conformity with Raila Odinga's statements. That's it. So as to whether someone is saying the truth or no, we need to. That shaping the narrative is it. And I see I'm a bit disappointed on this because I have a question. So all the affidavits that are being sworn, are they public documents? And if they're they, should that be the president's? Should that be it? That when they're already receiving documents, why is that tribunal leaking those documents or those affidavits? Is it in order? I'm not a lawyer, but is it in order? Because for now, I'm just wondering. We've already, this is already public lynching of individuals and even now the commissioners. We're already creating the perception in the public. So are different commissioners supposed to respond to media reports, or they're supposed to respond to what is in the tribunal? Because when you leak documents that are part of an investigative process, honestly, they are going to be consumed one-sided. If you read an article, I was read the Nation article and was so disappointed. It's a reporting on what happened, Mwisho. It's reporting everything, no even an attempt themselves to reach out to Chereras, ask whether this is it. And so, if you're leaking it to media, then why even investigating it? Leave it to me to investigate it. Ah, Now, the principal focus here is on what happened after election. So now that we are taking that direction, they were booked in some Kilimani hotel. Why don't you also look out and ask her and tell us where was Chebukati and Abdul and the rest of the commissioners after? If you're going to take that direction, we also have realized that even other commissioners might have changed their place and stayed somewhere else. Because there is absolutely no problem. You can't be safe. You must put your safety first. You know, we're not told where the rest of the team vanished. Ladies and gentlemen, what do Kenyans want? Do Kenyans want to know who supported who or what happened? Because that was the direction. When this process, and we initially demonized this process, and even after the commissioners resigned, we insisted, you guys have to answer the queries. And I was like, okay, fine. So it's good. Let's also know the truth. But instead of taking us to what the truth is, you're simply narrowing our thoughts to think that Chebukati and Dini were together. So that already we already know. By the way, that we already know. Yeah. The same way Chebukati and the same way Cherera and maybe Raila team were together, it's the same way the Chebukati and the others could be together. So we are getting ourselves in the middle of the drama, and before we know, we may never know the truth. How I wish we mean well. Because when you give us these side shows and the dramas, that's what the population is consuming. And when population is consuming this, it's changing their perception and their narrative. Throughout, we will never have to know what happened. What happened is not where was person X or person Y after results. What happened is was there forms that were altered? That's the question. What happened is, did verification process, were there breaches? Is there a place where the results were never as it was to be? What happened with the East 8 infrastructure? So this thing should not be reduced, because we seems to be holding, celebrating, or rather pursuing the breakup when there is a divorce and you want to solve the problem. Do you want to start asking whether the wife, do you go to start asking whether the wife is close to the pastor and the husband is close to the colleagues? So you go to that house and ask, what is the problem? I am scared that we may never happen to know the truth. And the effort of malicious petitioners could go into vain. That's my take. I don't know what you think, guys.